Hello and welcome to Collector's Corner. This is a very special Collector's Corner. This is The Office Collector's Corner. Now today on the show, we are going to be reviewing the Office Funko Pops that we have. We don't have every single one of them. We do not have... What are you doing there?
I said,
Yes. So,
He has a beauty
when I started collecting Funkos a couple years ago, the thing that I always asked was, why weren't there Office Funkos?
yes, you did.
Why? And then people that would know me would be like, oh, you're into Funkos. Why aren't there Office Funkos? It was the most talked about thing that they haven't made. And then last, was it New York Toy Show, New York Toy Fair, it was announced. And we pre-ordered all of them that you could at the time, because at the time, they only announced the initial run. And then it was like, hey, keep an eye out, wink, there's gonna be more. Well, it turns out there was a lot more. We don't have Golden Face Jim, and we do not have Andy Bernard. I'd have to make sure we don't have Date Mike in hand, he's pre-ordered. We have the few other ones that are pre-ordered, and we'll do an Office Part 2 when we get those in. But we got a whole heap of them next to me right now, so let's get started.
Probably the most.
All right. Toby versus Michael. The iconic scene when Toby is doing his exit interview and Michael hands him the rock that says,
Suck on this.
suck on this, Toby. Now, because people are always like, oh my God, Tyler, all you do is just Funko never makes a mistake. We just recently watched this episode, and that is not accurate what Michael's wearing. Michael has a jacket on during the scene. But I'm fine with it because the other Michael, several Michaels, and I'd rather them have variety. And I know like it's an Office character, so it's kind of plain if you have them in the same clothes all the time.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to incorporate Toby and Michael, the ultimate rivalry that never really...
Settled.
Yeah.
Well, there was never that like turn of like they liked each other. They always, until the bitter end, Michael hated Toby. Pretty awesome.
And I don't know why.
Because he's HR, brother. Let's just keep Michael going. And this is the Michael, the basic Michael,
World's best boss.
with his World's Best Boss mug that he bought himself.
People say I'm the best boss.
This is an awesome Funko Pop. The perfect representation of Michael, if there were only going to be one, would be this with the World's Best Boss mug. And setting
And you
out.
can also see some coffee in it.
Yeah, and I believe these have... See, I haven't opened these yet. Yeah. So, with the Office Funko Pops, man, I don't want to damage the case.
Wait, don't open it, brother.
Sometimes they're hard to open without bending. But the Office Funko Pops, and I won't do this for all of them until we do an unboxing. I'm going for it, boys.
Oh my God!
That's what she said. Little hidden features in the Funko Pops.
Wow.
So that's something that's really cool that they started doing, and I've only noticed it with the Office people. So Michael got a That's What She Said. Setting at reception, Pam Beasley in her white sneakers, the whitest shoes. She wanted Dundee for that, if I am correct.
Yes, you did.
This is a really good representation of Pam. It's like very early on season.
She has a
like
maybe second.
it looks like it might be when she's still engaged to Roy, actually.
Looks like she kind of looks like what she's wearing like in the second episode.
Yeah.
Hers is Dunder Mifflin. This is Pam. That's awesome. I love that they added that for the Office Pops.
Which it's like they chose like the most popular. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I'll do it, brother.
All right. Next up, Jim Halpert.
Jim.
At 6'9", Jim Halpert.
Big tuna.
Big tuna. And his name tag says Dave, which is a cool little thing that he did. What do you think his would say?
Wait, stop.
Michael.
Everything I have, I owe to this job. This stupid, wonderful, boring, amazing job. Holy crap. That's awesome. And that is Jim Halpert. Now this is the basic Jim. There's a Chase variant. And then there is several other Jims you'll see later. We have a few of them today.
Honestly, on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm not that big of a fan of Office when I think about it. But Office, I think it's funny. That's the main reason I watch it. Get
Cool.
out.
Yeah, that's probably what you should say. You know, we're doing an episode based on The Office. You're wearing an Office hat.
Yeah.
You should probably say you're not a big fan of it. It's probably the best thing to say. Gabe, that's why you're Dwight Schrute. Whenever we all pick who we are, you should change hats.
Michael! Fine.
Yeah. So we got Dwight Schrute.
No, Toby.
This is a great pop. This one and probably the Michael are my favorite so far. It just has Dwight's mustard shirt, everything. Let's see what the thing says.
Michael?
Says, nothing stresses me out except having to seek the approval of my inferiors. Classic Dwight line. There's also a couple Dwights out in the world, not just the basic Dwight. Good pop.
I can get used to being Dwight. I like this hat.
Sticking up in the office and his famous chili, Kevin Malone. What do you think his says?
Pam, extra fudge.
Everybody is going to get to know each other in the pot. I'm serious about this stuff.
Jim and Pam are getting together, and I know
No,
it.
it's about when
I know.
he makes his world famous chili and then spills it as he walks in, which is probably one of the most iconic scenes. It's a gift, like it's one that's used in gifts and stuff. That is an awesome way to represent Kevin in the line though with the chili. All right, going down to the warehouse. We got Daryl Philbin in warehouse attire because I forget what season it is, but he ends up becoming upstairs in the office.
Season like past 8. Past like 7.
Yeah, I don't think Michael's still there.
I think
Michael's there for a little bit when he is.
Winnie.
Yeah,
When he is.
so 7.
I think season 7's when Michael leaves.
I'm hot, you're hot. Let's get it poppin'.
So Daryl thing.
Classic Daryl. On the
Straight lines.
clipboard, it is referring to the basketball game or the ping pong game. It says game at 11. It's a really good pop. I'm glad they made him. That is it of the basic line. We ordered that like immediately from Amazon when it became available for pre-order. We usually use Amazon for our pre-orders because if there's ever an issue, it's extremely easy to make a return on Amazon. But so when you order it, you didn't know what gym you were going to get because there's the chance that you get the Chase gym. The likelihood of that on Amazon is crazy low, but
Warning.
holy crap. When we opened the box and out popped the Chase gym. Now it's Bookface Jim, one of his many Halloween costumes. Our mouths dropped and hit the floor that we got this randomly. We didn't have to pay, it's a $40 pop that we didn't have to go pay, $30 for online. Can't believe it. The funny thing was, it was like, oh sweet, and then it was like, oh, now we still gotta go buy another gym pop because we didn't have regular gym. But it's a thing that I'm glad we had to do. It's a mistake I'm glad. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I'm not gonna open this. This one is I'm gonna keep this one a little extra nice. I'm not gonna give it to the boys.
Give it.
Then that moves us into Prison Mike, Hot Topic exclusive.
Who's Mike?
Worst thing about prison was the Dementors. This one I believe is still available. Hot Topic runs deals. I stayed up actually though and got it as soon as it became available. It was like 11:26 Eastern time one night. Because I get panicky about my Office Pops. Been waiting for these forever. Definitely think that this is a must-have. If you like representing your fandom for The Office, most people will probably get this one. It's such a funny, iconic scene. And then we have Jim Halpert 3-Hole Punch Jim. Now this was a FunkoShop.com exclusive. It's a pop-up shop exclusive. So there's only a very limited amount of these made. and luckily we got one. It was that panic, like refresh. Oh, it's available. Click, buy. Oh my gosh! And then you even have to be a little worried because sometimes when it will refund you the money and be like, well, there was a mistake, there was a malfunction, we oversold. And luckily we didn't get it because it's in my hand. Really cool pop. Added the cup because he doesn't have the cup in the other one, because the other gem is just Facebook gem and regular gem are the same pop. This is a little different. Really cool.
Isn't Jim one of like the most favorited people?
Oh, Jim is one of the most favorite people. Now,
Mike was my favorite.
this is a little cheap in my opinion. So this is Jim as Dwight.
Which it looks like Dwight. Actually.
I'm okay that they did it, but what a sucker I am that I bought it, because it. Can you get me Dwight? So we got Dwight as Dwight and Jim as Dwight.
They're the same character.
Same
The eyes.
pop. The eyes are a little different because
Eyebrows.
Jim is not squinting, and the hair's a little darker on Jim,
And the eyebrows.
and the eyebrows are different. But literally, the mustard shirt.
Yeah.
It's
If you look more at it.
yeah. I guess if you kind of
And,
analyze it a little more, but the sculpt and everything's the same. It's just clever. It was funny that it was a box lunch exclusive, and I believe it sold out, but they might be restock on that. I'm not sure with that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Last but not least, all hail the king, the Hay King.
Oh,
When I first saw it, I immediately thought, is that Belschnickel? But no, it's the Hay King, and I'm pretty glad we got a Hay King. It's a Walmart exclusive. Andy and Golden Face Jim are going to be Target exclusives, and then there is a blonde Dwight. I forget where his store is going to be, but it's a cool pop. It wasn't one of the I would think that you would make in the first run, though, if I'm being honest.
I mean,
I should have been the king.
it's kind of like Prison Mike. It's just a funny moment.
Well, Prison Mike's way more iconic than that Hay King episode.
And Prison Mike's way more like remembered.
But how do we like the Office Funko Pops? Love them.
Rate 'em?
Bring them all back out here.
Look how much he has. Like,
No, we're not going to rate them. We're just going to bring them all back out.
it makes.
Stop squishing
Yeah,
them.
be careful.
You just go.
Look how much he has. Like
Thanks
that's
for
like that's
blocking
like
my
my
face
whole
out.
collection right here. Which I don't really collect Funko Pops that much. I'm more of a Dragon Ball Z collector.
All right. Thanks for watching this episode of The Office Collector's Corner. I'm Tyler Collector. You can follow me on Instagram.
I'm Jax Collector. You can follow me on Instagram.
And I'm Gabe, just Gabe.
Thanks for watching.